Start game now. Welcome, retro fans, to another edition of the No Swear Gamer. Gizmo Duck's here because he's been feeling left out lately, so I thought he could come along today, and he brought with him Centipede for the Atari 2600, brought to us by Bert and Dirk. Hey Bert, let's take a look at this label art, which was also the box art, and we see the backside of a spider, it appears, and a centipede with a nice yellow stripe down its back, and he looks really happy. And so does this little dwarf guy who's holding his little magic wand and has a cape like Superman and some mushrooms in the background. Very neat. Let's go ahead and pop this into my Atari 7800 Pro system and find out how good the 2600 version of Centipede holds up today. Let's go to the game. Centipede for the Atari 2600 came out in 1983 from Atari. It is a fixed screen shooter for 1 or 2 players alternating and is based on the 1980 Smash arcade hit. According to the manual, you are Oliver, a member of a colony of good elves that has a prized mushroom garden. So basically, you're a Smurf, except you're not blue. Or maybe you are, and the cover art's wrong. However, there's a problem. Pests have invaded your precious mushroom garden, including a giant centipede, spider, flea, and a poison-spreading scorpion. Thankfully, you discover a stick that turns out to be a wand capable of shooting those pesky pests. There are 2 difficulties in Centipede, easy play and standard play. The joystick is used to move your guy freely along the bottom quarter of the screen, and the fire button is used to fire. The goal of each screen is to defeat the centipede by shooting all of his segments. Tricky individual segments sometimes will go different ways, creating extra heads. If the centipede reaches the bottom, an extra segment will appear. A new centipede is introduced if you defeat the prior one, but as you progress, the centipede has more and more separate segments, making him more difficult to defeat. As far as the other enemies go, the spider will jump erratically around you, the flea drops straight down, leaving a trail of mushrooms behind him, and the scorpion goes straight across the screen, making glowing, poisonous mushrooms. If the centipede touches one, he will head straight down to the bottom of the screen. As far as scoring goes, if you're able to shoot a segment of the centipede, you'll get 10 points. If you shoot a head segment, you'll get 100. The spider will give you various amounts of points, depending how close he is to you when you shoot him. So if he's far away, you'll get 300 points, then 600 points if he's a little closer, and if he's very close, you will get 900 points. The flea will get you 200 points, the scorpion will get you 1,000, and for every 10,000 points, you will get a bonus wand. Originally, this was a trackball arcade game. For those of you who don't know, a trackball is kind of like a cue ball from billiards or pool that's built into the system that you roll around to control your character. I used both a regular controller and a Sega Sports Pad trackball controller, and I enjoyed both. I did like using the trackball a little bit better, but it wasn't an arcade perfect trackball, so that might have something to do with it. But I didn't really do any better than with the joystick, but I do like using the trackball better. Graphically speaking, I think the title screen is really impressive, but the main game was just okay. The bugs kind of looked nice, but the centipedes just kind of dots, and you're just a rectangle, and the mushrooms kind of look like video wafers from Pac-Man. I did like how they used the colors and the glowing poisonous mushrooms. I thought was kind of cool as well. Music and sound wise, well, not much is really going on, but I do like the sounds. They're very 2600-ish, and I just really dig them. I don't know what it is about them, but I like them a lot. And yes, this is a family-friendly game. Unless you're a family of centipedes, then it's probably a very horrific game. On eBay, it's somewhat common. Loose games can be had for about $5 to $6 shipped to your door. Complete and box games go for $8 to $9, and new games we're going for about $15. So would I recommend Centipede? Absolutely. I would consider this one of the must-own games on the 2600. Even with the graphical limits, and even if you don't have a solid trackball, the gameplay is absolutely solid, and this is still fun to play. So where am I going to rank Centipede? Well, let's look at the game I just ranked previously on the 2600. That's Asteroids, which was at the number 2 spot. And you know what? Kind of going back and forth on this one, but I do think I like the 2600 version of Asteroids just a little bit better than Centipede, so I'm going to put it just below it at number 3, but it doesn't mean it's a bad game. As a matter of fact, I think all of my top 3 games, Haunted House, Asteroids, and Centipedes, are definitely games that should be in most Atari 2600 collections. Don't forget, if you enjoy videos like this, go ahead, click the like and subscribe button. That would mean a lot to me. You can also follow me on the Facebook or the Twitter. Go to either one and search for The No Swear Gamer. Thank you guys for giving me a little part of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time right here on the next episode of The No Swear Gamer. Take care, everyone.